What's good, everybody? It's your boy Days. Back again with another video. Welcome back to Days Reacts. You already know what it is. So today we are doing something special. We are actually doing stadiums reactions, okay? But this time we are going to do high school stadiums, okay? And we're going to do from premium to, from average to premium, okay? So we're going to do my home state, Arkansas, first. All right. So today we are going to do the average high school stadiums in the state of Arkansas. Now, some is not on this list. All right. But we about to go down. I got like 22 stadiums on this list. So also you can check out these stadiums, drone view and stuff. And yeah, and we're about to critique these stadiums. Okay. So without further ado, you know what I'm saying? We about to go ahead and get into it, y'all.
It's time!
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first stadium that we got is Mountain View, Arkansas. All right, Mountain View, Arkansas. This is a nice stadium, home of the Yellow Jackets. Like I say, it's not too shabby. It's an average stadium for high school, you know what I'm saying? So it's really nice. I do like how they kept it up and stuff. See here, how to get that blurry out the way. I see they got the solar panels right there, which is a nice touch. It's something different, but you know, I can see that it's pretty much average. But yeah, shout out to the Yellow Jackets for this one though. Next up, we got Cross County Thunderbirds. All right, Cross County Thunderbirds. I believe they are based out of. Hold on, y'all. I had a list. Here we go. Based out of Juan, Arkansas. All right, so this is a nice stadium. I mean, average stadium. I do like the field. The field is nice. I see they put some money to the field, but the stadium is pretty much average. But yeah, shout out to Cross County, the Thunderbirds, and Juan, Arkansas. But yeah, ain't nothing too major about it. They do got a lot of sponsors, but it's not. It's really nothing major about this stadium. It's pretty much average. You know what I'm saying, for the area. You know what I'm saying. So, but like I say, it depends on the area. So you know, but it is a nice stadium for them. And like I say, it's an average football stadium for a high school. So yeah, shout out to the Cross County Thunderbirds. All right, next up. Next up is Dardanelle. All right, so Dardanelle High School in Dardanelle, Arkansas. Yeah, it's a nice stadium. It's average. You know what I'm saying? There's really no parking lot. Um, I see they got natural grass field and stuff. Pretty much, like I said, there's really no parking lot. I do like the main stand pretty much, but like I said, it's all grass, parking the grass. So if you got a truck, this is the best, you know what I'm saying, football field for you. It got one sponsor, which is Tyson. So pretty much, you know, Tyson Foods. They could have given some more money to be a bigger stadium, but like I say, it's an average football stadium. They got a lot of land and stuff, and then they could redo a whole stadium if they wanted to, because they got the practice field right there. But other than that, it is a nice stadium for the liking. It's right by Russellville, but it is a average stadium. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Darnell for this one. Okay, the next one. Will All right, so this is Boonville Bearcats. So Boonville, they are in Boonville, Arkansas. All right. So yeah, this stadium right here, it is a lower bowl type of stadium. Um, from what I'm seeing from right here, from this part, it looks like a lower bowl type stadium, but I do like the grass burn. that they got right there and stuff. I do like that. Uh, I do like the concrete seating right here, which is a nice touch. Okay. Uh, like I say, some of them they need to upgrade their scoreboards. But other than that, it is a nice average stadium for Boomtown. Um, and yeah, like I say, real nice touch, you know what I'm saying, for this stadium. They did a real good job to be an average stadium. All right, so the next one up is Danville, Danville, Arkansas. Okay, so Danville, it's my first time hearing about this city. Um, Pretty much, the stadium is okay. It's natural grass. I feel like they need more seats in the stadium, but it's still an average stadium for high school football. It's really nothing too shabby. It pretty much feel like a Boston Garden, pretty much type of stadium. But yeah, shout out to Danville. Y'all got a pretty nice average stadium for y'all area, for y'all city. So shout out to Danville. Okay. All right. So and then plus, I do like the skyline view of the mountains. That's a nice touch for them and stuff. So yeah, shout out to Danville. All right, the next one. Next one up to bat is Mineral Springs. Now, Mineral Springs, I do like this stadium. It is an average stadium. Uh, I do like the field. The field is really nice. Okay, the track field with the field is okay. I'm really not a fine fan of the track and the field together, but I can understand this is high school. It has to be that way. But sometimes. But the field is pretty much average. It's really nothing based to it. They got a little nice parking lot area, um, but it's kind of old and raggedy, but it's still a parking lot, which is okay for the stadium. Also, it's in Mineral Springs, Arkansas. So, uh, like I say, it's really not a big city, but it's for the town area purposes. So it's a nice stadium for that town. So shout out to Mineral Spring. This is a nice average stadium for high school football. All right, let's see here. This is P Ridge. All right, so P Ridge in let's see where P Ridge is at. P Ridge is P Ridge, Arkansas. All right, so this is a nice stadium for P Ridge. It's a nice average stadium. It's built like an average stadium. Um, I do like the scoreboard look. It's really nice. They got the screen there. That's dope for them. Um, like I said, concession stand right here. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, P Ridge, they do got a nice stadium for their city. It's right. It's really in the neighborhood set of things. You know what I'm saying? With all the houses in the background. But still, it's right there next to the school and the houses and in the neighborhood. Like P Ridge, y'all really did y'all thing with this stadium for to be an average stadium. So hopefully, uh, things will come to the future where y'all can build y'all a brand new stadium to where it's a premium stadium. But other than that, shout out to P Ridge for this one. Uh, it is a nice high school stadium for an average high school. All right. Now the next one on the list is Green Forest. All right, Green Forest is in Green Forest, Arkansas. This is a nice average stadium. I do like the front fascia of the main stand where the ticket booth is at. I do like that as well. The away stand is pretty much, you know what I'm saying, needs a lot of more seats. But it's a away stand. We know how we do away people, the visitors. But other than that, natural grass field, track field, you know what I'm saying? They do need a new scoreboard. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get away from the digital era. Pretty much like the we trying to get away from the where you just see numbers and stuff. We trying to get away from them scoreboards. We're going to the screen, the TV type scoreboards now. So they do need a new scoreboard. But other than that, Green Forest for their city, I say it's a nice stadium for this high school and stuff. So, like I say, it's a nice average high school stadium, and it's like I say, they did a really good job with it for being in a small capacitated city. So shout out to Green Forest for this stadium. All right, next one on the list is Pocahontas. Now Pocahontas is in Pocahontas, Arkansas. Um, their stadium is pretty much good. It's a nice average stadium. It's pretty much a hilly stadium. But here's the thing for me, it is a natural grass field. They do need a new scoreboard. Um, I do like the double decker approach with the tunnels and stuff. But my thing is the entryway to the stadium. Um, like I say, the entryway to the stadium is kind of long and stuff. I wish that they would have built like a entryway and parking lot on this side towards the stadium, so they don't have to make a real long walk. Instead of walking behind the gym and stuff. But other than that, it's a nice average stadium for this school, Pocahontas. Shout out to Pocahontas Stadium for this beautiful look. Pretty much it's a nice average stadium in my opinion. So shout out to Pocahontas, Arkansas. All right, the next one on the list. All right, this is Greene County. Okay, so Greene County, I do like this stadium. It's very average. You know, what I'm saying, to be a high school stadium or a premium high school stadium. So this is a average high school stadium. That's why I put it in this tier. They do have a lot of sponsors to promote the high school and stuff. They do have that, but still, it is an average stadium. I wish they could incorporate more funding into the stadium as they should. Other than that, it's still a nice average stadium. Um, they do need to upgrade their scoreboard and move the scoreboard closer to the stadium. Other than that, like I say, to each his own. It's just a nice average stadium. So shout out to Greene County Tech, okay, which is resides in Perigold, Arkansas. So shout out to Greene County Tech. All right, next one on this list is Gosnell. Okay, so this is Gosnell, Arkansas, Gosnell High School. Um, first things first, uh, I do like the parking lot approach, you know what I'm saying, to the stadium. I do like this main stand area. It gets a front entrance from the high school and from the side view. And also, I don't like the logo because it reminds me of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but in a different color. But I wish they had a different type of logo to represent as pirates, pretty much like the Eastern Carolina logo or just bone and skulls and stuff. But other than that, this is a nice average stadium. They did a good job. Shout out to Gosnell for this video, Hootens and stuff for their stadium, for this view of the stadium of Gosnell. And yeah, this is a nice average stadium for this town. So shout out to Gosnell. All right, the next one on the list is Rivercrest. So this is Rivercrest Stadium or Colts. Yeah, Rivercrest Colts Stadium. Rivercrest is in Rivercrest, Arkansas. Okay. This is a nice average stadium. It is right there at the state highway. Um, like I say, it is really nice. I think I do like the entryway to the stadium. Um, excuse me, y'all. They do need a new scoreboard and stuff. Like I say, I feel like they could add more seats into the stadium to make it more bigger and stuff for the high school, even though it's middle of nowhere. But it's still a nice stadium for them, and it's a nice average stadium for Arkansas football. All right, so shout out to Rivercrest for showing their stadium. Okay, so the next one on the list is okay. So this right here, this is Central Arkansas Christian. This stadium is okay. It's pretty much average. They're not really showing. It's a natural grass field. They're pretty much not showing you the main updates because this video was made around 2022. See, because right now it's 2025. Um, but from my standpoint and stuff, I feel like this stadium is pretty much very average and stuff. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's very average, and like I say, it just built in right there by the interstate. So, to me, I feel like we could do some more to this stadium. So, and also this whole, I think they replaced the scoreboard to a bigger scoreboard with a screen. So they did do some minor upgrades, but this is an old video. So, like I say, it's pretty much average. So, but shout out to Central Arkansas Christian for this amazing view of their stadium. So, yeah, this pretty much is an average stadium for average high school football. All right, the next one up is Heber Springs. Okay, so Heber Springs, I do like these stadium. It's pretty much average. Um, I feel like they can add more seats into the stadium, especially on the main side. Well, they got two main sides pretty much. I think one is the actual main side, and the other one is the old main side. So, so pretty much, this side is the main side, and this side is the old main side. So this side is now the visitor side. So pretty much, it's still a nice stadium for average high school football. Um, like I say, for the state of Arkansas, shout out to Heber Springs for showing us their stadium and what they have done. Hopefully, they get some more upgrades into the stadium. And yeah, shout out to Heber Springs and stuff. All right, the next one up is Quitman. All right, so this is Quitman. All right, so Quitman is in Quitman, Arkansas. All right, so for y'all don't know, this stadium is pretty much nice. I do like the field. I do like the field a lot. The stadium is pretty much average and stuff. You can tell by how the main stand look with the press box and stuff. Um, yeah, the concession stand is like way over here, away from the field and stuff. Um, but yeah, I feel like this is an average stadium, and the scoreboard is like way. The scoreboard is like way over here when it should be like right here, close. You know what I'm saying, to the stadium, or like right here and stuff. So, but yeah, this is an average stadium. Shout out to Quitman, Arkansas, for this stadium. It's a nice average stadium for Arkansas football, especially for high school football. All right, so the next one up, is all right. So this one right here, this is Fountain Lake Cobra. All right, it's in Fountain Lake High School. Fountain Lake is in uh let's see, Fountain Lake is in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So yeah, shout out to them. I do like the grassy, not the grass, but I do like the trees that's been around the state that circle around the stadium. I do like that. It's a hilly stadium, but like I say, I wish that it was on flat surface for the parking and stuff, but it's built onto the mountain. Other than that, but yeah, shout out to Fountain Lake. This pretty much is an average stadium, in my opinion. But yeah, to each his own. But yeah, this is a average high school football stadium. So shout out to Fountain Lake Cobras. All right. So the next one up is Prescott. So this is Prescott. You know what I'm saying? This is Wolf Stadium in Prescott, Arkansas. This pretty much is an average stadium. I do like the press box area, the main stand, the bandstand, and stuff. Concession stand right here. The entryway to the stadium is over here. I do like that. It gives you that feel that you're in a closed stadium a lot. Um, the visit stands is right here, which is okay. I feel like they need to do a little bit more seats for the main stand, like give it a wider seat section, and then also let me get a third seating section and stuff inside the stadium. But other than that, it's still a nice stadium. Um, it's pretty much average. I wish the scoreboard was a screen scoreboard and stuff. But other than that, Prescott, y'all did y'all thing with this for to be an average stadium. All right, to be average. All right, so shout out to Prescott for this look at a stadium. All right, the next one up. This is Gurdon. So Gurdon, I do like the field. The field is brand new and nice. All right, this is in Gurdon, Arkansas. The main stand is pretty much nice. I do like that. The parking lot is right there behind the main stand, which is dope. Um, the scoreboard needs to be like right here on the field and stuff. That's you know what I'm saying. And then plus, I wish that we can get a end zone seating. I wish that we can get like the scoreboard is right there, but it needs to be right here. And plus, they need a screen on the scoreboard. All right, so basically what I'm saying, they need a new scoreboard. I do like the band section right here. I feel like they do need a third seating, like right here. You know what I'm saying, for the fans and stuff to watch football and stuff. So if you put the scoreboard right here, put another seating right here, you will have an awesome stadium. Visitor section is okay. I wish it a little be the same size as the main stand, but we all know how that goes. But other than that, it's still a nice stadium to be average. To be average, yes, it's still a nice stadium to be average. But yeah, shout out to Gurdon, Arkansas for the stadium. All right. So the next one up is all right. So this is Baptist Prep. Okay, so Baptist Prep is in Little Rock, Arkansas. Uh, this is a nice average stadium. They do need some upgrades to this stadium to make it authentic for their liking and stuff to make it stand out. But other than that, the stadium is okay. It's pretty much average, like an average high school football stadium. It's nothing really too big to it. It's connected to the baseball field. But other than that, like I say, man, shout out to Baptist Prep. It's pretty much average and stuff. They need a new scoreboard. What else can you take from it? So yeah, shout out to Baptist Prep, the Eagles. Shout out to them for showing us their stadium. And yeah, it's pretty much just an average high school football stadium. All right, so the next one up is Rising. So this is Rising, Arkansas. Um, for Rising High School, the stadium is pretty much average to me for their type of situation. In Rising, it is a small town, but it's still a nice high school football stadium. Um, they do got a lot of sponsors on the field, but I feel like this is an average stadium for the capacity of the city and stuff. They do got seats right here behind the end zone, which I do like. I do like that about them. They do got seats behind the end zone and stuff, which is a nice touch. I feel like they need to upgrade the one of the stands, the old main stand right here and stuff. They do need to upgrade that and stuff. And yeah, this would be a nice high school football stadium. Rising High School. All right. The next one on the list is Warren. So this is Warren High School, Jimmy Hurley Jr. Stadium. This is a nice average high school stadium. Um, I do like the bandstand right here. The main stand is good. It's pretty much average, but it's still a nice main stand for average high school stadium. Uh, Now the away stand, I wish they had more seats going, like be symmetry similar to the home stand and stuff, but it's still a away stand, so it's gonna be small. The concession stand is over here, which is kind of crazy because it should be right here. Um, Other than that, they should have put another concession stand right here for the away side. Other than that, I do like the entryway to the stadium, which is dope. And yeah, so and then the scoreboard is like right here. So this is scoreboard right here. I don't like that. I wish that the scoreboard was like right up in here and stuff. And then they do need a screen type scoreboard. So, but other than that, this is a nice average high school football stadium for Warren. Shout out to Warren, Arkansas. Shout out to Warren High School. All right, next one up is the last one, and that will be Glen Rose. All right, so this is Glen Rose High School. This is Glen Rose Beavers Stadium. This is a nice stadium. I feel like they can upgrade more to the stadium when they have the funds and stuff. I do like the seating arrangements of the stadium. It's pretty much symmetry, you know what I'm saying, and also uh, you get good eyesight of the game. The scoreboard needs to be upgraded. Also, the concession stand is okay in the area and stuff, but I feel like this stadium needs a lot of work once they get lot of funding, and this will be an amazing looking stadium. I'm glad there's no track field around it. But yeah, shout out to Glen Rose. This is a nice average high school football stadium. All right, and I believe that is all of them. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, shout out to Glen Rose. I mean, shout out to all the average stadiums that we checked out. And yeah, shout out to all the Arkansas average high schools and stuff that we checked out this far. They got average high school football stadiums. And next up, there's gonna be the premium high schools. That's what I call them. Premium high schools with premium high school football stadiums. All right. So shout out to them. And yeah, so shout out to the ones that we checked out for average high school football stadiums. And like I said, we get it. Y'all did the best y'all could with y'all stadiums. I get it for y'all community, for y'all town. I get that. All right. So, but yeah, shout out to them. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.